you are watching Influence Media, PSI TV, the Netflix of biz brands.
My offer is for everybody. If you think your offer is for everybody, then probably nobody will take advantage of your offer, because there are people out there who would absolutely be interested, but they don't feel like a everybody. They feel like a somebody, and you haven't made them feel like a somebody. Hey, if you're an expert with an offer to the world, or an author with a book to the world, join me and let us look at from opportunity to onboarding. This will be an influential reach application of John 10 in the Bible. So going from opportunity to onboarding actually has several steps in between, which you probably already realize. And what has this got to do with the Bible and John 10:27 anyways? Have you ever wanted to take a trip and gone online and you looked up, this one's actually from Travelocity, and it's like, oh my gosh, okay. So here it is. I put in that I wanted to go to Boston, and I live in Tampa. My son lives in Boston. So I just typed in, I wanted to go to Boston. And then Travelocity offered me all this. And sometimes when somebody's actually looking for the very thing that you have available for an offer, they're going to start an online search. Are you going to even show up as an option? And if you do show up, the overwhelm, because if you go to any page on Google, you'll see that it has thousands of pages coming back. Usually the most relevant is on page 1 or 2. So I put in that I wanted to go to Boston, and look at all this that came back. Okay, it can sometimes present overwhelm, but what it is a whole lot of going on here, right? So what you realize is that I said I wanted to go to Boston. So right away, that's the opportunity. All the airlines that offer a flight from Tampa to Boston, they have the opportunity I'm looking for, okay? So they made sure that they had a presence online. And when I went, I'm looking for a flight from Tampa to Boston, the many opportunities showed up. Many opportunities showed up. But within the many opportunities, now there are many more airlines than these 3 or 4 that showed up here. So are you even showing up as an option? Because right now, for a flight from Tampa to Boston, I have many options and many option variations. But there are some airlines that have not been presented here at all. So for example, I have a membership on Frontier Airlines. Frontier Airlines is not here at all. Right away, that opportunity to use that membership does not exist. So do you even appear as an option amongst all the competitors who offer the exact opportunity or a similar opportunity? You have to remember that the competition is not just with those who have the identical product, but the competition also includes the options to the product, because maybe I choose to go by train, or maybe I choose to rent a car and drive, or maybe I choose to go on a different day or whatever. So there you have an opportunity. So what? So what? You have an opportunity. So what? So do many others. And the question is, are you even showing up as one of the options for me to consider, for the audience to consider? Are you even showing up as one of the options? Now, once we say, okay, so there are some options, there are some immediate objections. Nope, not this one. Could be because I don't want to fly Spirit. Could be because it's too early in the morning. Could be because of the price, whatever. You're going to encounter straight up objections. Nope, not interested. You need to learn to take that no like a big boy, like a big girl, and move on. No does not mean that they're rejecting you. I'm rejecting this airline at this time. I have nothing against Spirit. It's not a negative or a rejection of you. It is a rejection of the offer, or at least the offer at this time. Don't take it personally when you get a no or an objection. Yes, some people have excuses, and that's a different story for another day, but you will encounter some absolute no's. But let's say now, I said no to this one, but I am considering these other options. So as I consider them, guess what's going to happen? We're going to dig deeper. Do I want to find this airline? Is this a nonstop? Does this have a stop? What's the price? All of these, what airline, what airport is it leaving from? All these different options start to come up, because as someone is introduced to the possibility of you being an option, now they're going to dig deeper, because that just because you're one of the options doesn't mean you will be the selected option. So between opportunity and onboarding are several steps. Like we just saw, there is an opportunity, but there are options, and then the direct offer. If I want to take this flight, here's the offer. If I want to take the flight on Spirit, here's the time, here's the price. That's the offer. There will be objections, and then you make your decision. You say, yep, I'm going to pick this one, and now you have the onboarding. But as you can see, there are many, many steps. So what has this got to do with John 10:27? Trudy Beerman here, and we do this weekly show, Mondays at 10:30 a.m. Thank you for joining live or later. We're putting out this value into the world so that you experts can just ramp up your presence, your influential reach, so that you can be the choice and have that brand elevation advantage. So today, we're going to look at a story, what the Bible says, what research says, all towards building strategies to help you be discovered, you and your offer. Trudy Beerman here. Some of you may also know that not only am I the host of PSI TV, but I'm also a doctoral candidate at Liberty University, and my research interest is in influential reach. So,
JetBlue Flight 1116 service to Austin is boarding all customers. All rows at gate 56C.
So as you just heard, they were announcing a boarding for Austin, Texas. Are they calling me? No, I said I wanted to go to Boston. So the fact that there is an airline with an opportunity is not calling to me. They are calling for those going to Austin, Texas on this particular airline, and only those people are going to respond. It does not matter that there's an airport full of flights going out. They're targeting a very specific group that's going to respond to that call. In the same way, in John 10, it says in the Bible, to him the porter openeth, and the sheep hears his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by name, and he leadeth them out. And he putteth forth his own sheep. He goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. And it also says, my sheep hear my voice, I know them, and they follow me. If you are an expert with an offer, if you are an author with of the book that you want to put out into the world, understand that the opportunities for everybody does not work. Because when it's for everybody, nobody responds, because they have not heard themselves being called out. So just like the airport calling for the Austin, Texas flight, only for all the people in the airport, only the people going on that flight are going to respond. In the same way, whatever offer you have, there are a group of people that will respond to you and only to you, even if 4 or 50 other people are offering the similar or same thing. So it could be that they resonate with you because you look like them. That's one of the things that a lot of big corporations do with their advertising. For example, if you've ever watched a commercial for Progressive car insurance, okay, they will run an ad with an Asian couple, with an African-American couple, with a white couple, with a mixed race couple, because they're trying, and it's pretty much the same ad. It's just that they're choosing different faces, because the people they're trying to reach are going to resonate. They're going to identify with certain people. So the ad can run in the distance. And the moment they put the Asian couple, the Asian people will pay more attention because they feel called out. When you make your offer, you're calling out to a very unique group. And it could be, like I said, experts. Okay. So I'm not talking to everybody in the world. Now, anybody in the world who wants it can listen to me, but a lot of them will start this video and then book out because I'm not talking to them. They don't resonate with what I'm saying, or they don't like me. They don't like how I look. They don't like how I sound, whatever the case may be. We're going to find that there is a group of people who will resonate with our message. And the deal is going to be to find those people. But if you keep saying, my offer is for everybody, you're going to attract nobody, because nobody wants to feel like an everybody. Everybody wants to feel like a somebody. So you've got to make people feel like somebodies. And when the Bible says, my sheep hear my voice and they follow me, they're literally, it will be that your message, your persona, your brand is going to resonate with somebody, and they're going to want to go with your opportunity over the others. Now, as I said, I'm a doctoral candidate. I'm always in academic research. And here is another peer-reviewed research that I am bringing to your attention. It's fairly recent. Let me take you into the research itself. So in this research, the problem they're trying to solve is, what is the best way to reach a target audience for a preclinical study? Now, this preclinical study is very specific. They need very specific people. So they're saying, what is the best way to reach that ideal audience? Now, I'm not going to go through the whole research with you, but what I want you to see is that they ran ads in 19 different places, and they got different responses. So they found in these different opportunities, so they're looking for their target audience. In this particular opportunity, they find 215 eligible clients, eligible people. So they had 942 responses, of which 215 were eligible for this study. But of the 215, 117 of them declined to participate. Okay, and of the and of those that did, the 98 that they did end up screening, only 25% were actually positive and ready for their study. And they go on, they found 310 participants from this source, but 177 of them declined. Now, what am I getting at here? When you are looking for your ideal audience, like this study, they can't run the preclinical. They can't run the preclinical on just anybody. They need people who qualify for their study. So they are looking far and wide for where they might find the audience. And this is where a lot of you are missing the boat. You're not trying enough resources. And this is why, if you come and do our media challenge, we encourage you to do podcast tours. Go on, just keep putting yourself out there so you can be on different stages, webinars, podcasts, TV shows, stages, all these different opportunities, corporate conversations. You need to put yourself out there and see, of all the many places that you're looking, where are you going to find your ideal audience? But I want you to realize you have to get yourself in front of many, many people, because of the many that will be exposed to your opportunity. Only a handful of them will really be your ideal audience. And of the ideal audience, you will get some objections. And then those that may say, let me consider your opportunity, they're looking at the option, they will still not opt in. They will still not be one of those that you on board, that actually pay for and come into your ecosystem. But you must be out there as an option, and then you must be out there where the potential for people can see you, and you need to be getting those large numbers coming into your lead system so that they will filter through and self-identify over time. So what we have is the general population, and you're like, my offer is good for everybody. Nobody's listening because nobody is named everybody, but everybody wants to feel like somebody. So when you call out the ideal audience, so for example, if you've written a thriller, hey, do you love to read thrillers? Boom, people who love to read thrillers will hear that calling, they will resonate, their ears will perk up, and some of them will buy. Hey, are you wanting to learn how to build your presence on YouTube? Boom, people who have an interest in that, they're going to perk up, and some of them are going to watch your video and opt in. So you cannot be everybody. You need to make people feel like somebody. So you really should be calling out your audience, and though they will hear your voice and they'll resonate with you. So you can do nothing, or you can take the steps to go from being unknown to discovered. This content we put out weekly, and all the guests we interview and everything, the goal of which is to get you going from unknown to discovered, giving you the brand elevation advantage so that yours is the first name that comes to mind for the thing that you do, the obvious choice from the pack, and eventually being recognized by people who you don't even know, being considered a celebrity in your space and paid as one too. It's your turn to go from opportunity to onboarding. If this was of value, like, comment, share. Trudy Beerman here, super simple to find, and I do look forward to connecting.